What's up, guys? All right, I'm Senville, and today we're going to be doing another tier list for Gundam Evolution. So the last tier list I didn't talk about the individual characters like in their abilities in depth. So this is going to be a guide for the new players that are just going to join the game, which character you might like based on their abilities, and we're going to place it on how I feel about every single character based on this list. So we're going to go through each unit, and yeah. So here we have Unicorn Gundam. So Unicorn Gundam, primary weapon, not bad. Recoil, 50 bullets. His ultimate ability, Beam Magnum. So basically you get like an alt like Sova from Valorant. You shoot through people and it does a lot of damage. You have Psycho Field, which gives armor to an ally, which is armor is just like a health bonus. Shield Funnel, which you basically launch a shield at somebody. They take damage, they get knocked back, and then you have passive heal, like Lucio from Overwatch. So you stand near someone, and they automatically heal someone. So they auto regen. So Unicorn, I feel like he is going to be the dedicated support player in the game. So he's going to be S. He's going to be an S tier because it basically think Lucio. Going to be a decent up for the old Gundam. All right, then we have Zaku II melee. Here's a heat axe. I mean, close range. I mean, not super close because it has a little bit of distance. Not like Barbados. You can have a little bit of range on this. You have the guard tackle, so you can absorb a little bit of damage and you can charge. Kind of close the distance a little bit because people are going to be walking backwards. This is ultimate ability. Basically, run forward and just knock everybody around. I mean, that lasts that long. Wow, that's crazy. Survive. Block all attacks, but you can't do anything and you can't move, so but you survive, so use it as you will. It's like on a point or something. Shockwave, send the shockwave forward, and then rage. You get super armor and you just, I think it boosts attack power. Okay, Zaku is kind of a decent, kind of an op like Barbados. I don't think it's going to be nearly as strong as Barbados. It's definitely strong because it has a little bit more range, but based on what I think is going to be a B tier character, but each their own. Then we have Mahiro, primary weapon. Basically, think Junkrat from Overwatch. You shoot grenades and, you know, it blows up. Literal damage. You have the ultimate ability, which is you shoot several. Like you just shoot a bunch all at once, effectively. Forward bump kick. Run forward, you knock somebody back and you push yourself back. So basically a getaway, like get away from me kind of vibe. Shield. I wanted to really look at this ability specifically. Okay, so pinpoint a position, and then a cannon comes and detonates it. You can put it anywhere. Sensor dome, scan, and when your enemies scan, I mean, obviously, it's really easy to deal with them when they're scanned because you can just like come around the corner pre-firing. So Mahiro, it's like a good zoning operator. So I'm gonna place Mahiro currently at the. I'm gonna place him at the A tier. I feel like in higher end situations, like people are going to be really stacked, and that is going to be a really good way of just clearing that area completely. Unicorn is OP in this, maybe in the show, and as well as in the game. So there you go. Yep. Then we have Marisai. So you have effectively a DMR. Gonna aim in two. Boom. Snake, so long range attack that stuns people. I mean, it's an ultimate, so ultimate that doesn't kill, but it does stun. So when you get them with that, you just have to make sure you finish them off. Beam blade, melee attack, and knocks them back. If they're stunned, they take another stun. And damage and stun enemy units to drag them closer. So this is really good because you can like bring someone close to you, so it just shoot them in the head and they're stunned while they're close. And when they're like that, you can hit them with your beam blade and knock them back and then shoot them again, and they get stunned for longer. So basically you can combo them. So he's effectively a really good duelist and being able to take down one unit at a time. So in a 1-on-1 situation, he is going to be able to take somebody on fairly easily. So based on that information, I'm gonna play some 8s here. You can just kind of run around, look for like the snipers, or just pick people off generally. It is like Overwatch, yep. All right, Gundam Axia. Think Genji from Overwatch, and you're basically halfway there. So throw daggers like Genji. Forward rush is the charge attack. So you rush in, hit them, and they stun with a full power charge. So there you go. Here is the ultimate. It turns you into a powered up version of yourself. It attacks, do more damage effectively. You get another ability called the quick step, which is nice because you already have 3 dash. So you have 3 dashes as well as an ability that is more dashes. So you have a ton of dashing. So this is just your normal attack. You just rush forward and you knock on them back. And this is with the ultimate move. It's the same button, but this is when your ult is activated. So Axia is kind of a hybrid, like Genji, float around, like just run around and just be able to take out people that are kind of off on their own. So the sniper is really strong, and like other units in the background are going to be like trying to hide, and Axia is going to be able to get up in there and basically snipe out the pesky little guys that you want dead. So currently I'm going to place Axia at the 8s here because of just the general speed that you're going to be flying around the map. GM, one of the 2 dedicated tanks in my eyes in the game. So you have beam gun and you have a shield that has a decent amount of health, and you can shoot while behind your shield, no problem. When the shield goes away, it recharges. So homing mine, your ults, you throw a couple mines on the ground and they'll explode when enemies come near. Boom, like that. Shield bash, hit them and knock them back. So there you go, boom. Detonator bomb, throw incinerary, and then you blow it up. Actually does crazy damage. Okay, and then repair grenade. So this doesn't heal too much, but what I like about this is that it starts your regeneration process. So it'll heal you by like 150 or so, and then it'll start your regen. So like you run around the corner where you're out of gunfights, you throw this on the ground and you start healing, boom, good to go. So GM is the weaker of the 2 tanks in my eyes, so I'm going to place GM at the 8s here because I think there is a better tank in the game than GM, but it is good if you want to be a really tanky lineup. This is for Gundam Evolution, guys. Gun tank. All right, here we have gun tank. This is one of the worst in the game. So here's un-ADS. You basically hit everything in your target. You don't really have to aim, so this is honestly for the drunk player. Like, this is really good if you're drunk and can't aim straight. All you have to do is keep them within the general radius and you deal damage to them. Or fire, you launch a little drone that flies towards them and then it blows up. Extremely strong ability, low key. You have the rush, you run forward and you knock people around. Cannon. Let's launch a cannon. And then you revive an ally a lot quicker. So gun tank, I feel like, is definitely the worst character in Gundam Evolution by far. Honestly, there's the damage that you do and the abilities you have, just nothing screams really strong character. So all right, Zonky. All right, boom, that was guy. We have turn A Gundam. So beam rifle, I like this guy a lot. So you have a beam rifle, or you can charge it and it'll go through people and you kind of functions like a DMR. His ultimate ability, you fly around and anything under you takes a ton of damage. Doesn't work super well. Oh, I've seen like inside, so you really want to make sure you use it outside. So you get a self heal, basically you regen when you I mean, here's the damage. Self heal's kind of nuts, really strong, and this is his best ability, I think. You get close to anybody, you hit them with this, they get stunned, they take a ton of damage, you can just turn around, and they have about half their health left, and you can just shoot them and kill them. So, effectively think of this as a one-shot mechanic, because if you get close to someone, you throw them behind you, you can just finish them off very easily. So, very good counter to playing against Barbados, who is really strong melee, or any other melees. So, Turn A Gundam, I'm going to place at the... I want to place him at the A tier because of that ability, but that ability is hard to hit, and it is easier to count. So, but in the damage that it outputs overall isn't super high, so I am going to place Turn A Gundam at the B tier. Then we have Dom Trooper. So, one of the easiest characters in the game to play. You just shoot a rocket like Pharah from Overwatch, and it blows up. So, very simple. That's pretty good damage too. Beam, which is your right click. You just do a little beam. Just, you know, prevents projectile shots for the duration. Ah, interesting. Give me Nimbus. You just rush forward and knock people around like so. Just think of it just shoulder charge, and you just knock people around, and you have a little bit extra health. And then you have sensor mines, which are prox mines that deal damage when someone walks over them. And then you have an armor gun, which basically just gives someone a little bit of armor. I think it's like 300 to 400 extra health, and it goes down. So like if someone is getting focused down, you just turn, hit them with the armor gun, and they'll stay up just a little bit longer. Doesn't stay on for that long though. Dom Trooper is a really easy character to use, but is pretty solid because you just kind of shoot the rockets into the middle of a fight, and they're doing a lot of work. I don't think anything about the Dom Trooper is incredibly strong though, but I'm gonna place Dom Trooper at B tier. If you can get elevation with the Dom Trooper and you shoot it towards the ground, you don't really miss, but the rockets are hard to hit if you're not aiming at the ground. So get elevation to shoot people, and nothing about the Dom Trooper is like incredibly overpowered. The rocket is really strong, but all the other abilities are like, this beam is kind of mid. This shoulder charge, it's not really going to kill anybody. It's more of a movement ability. The sensor mines don't do that much, and the armor gun is kind of mid. So it's really just the rockets in my eyes that are really strong, which is your primary weapon, which is good that your primary weapon is fairly strong, but see the time to impact, like people can dodge them. So I think the B tier is going to be fun. All right, Asshimar. That name gets me every time. So we shot burst fire, decent damage, mid-range. Charge shot, which is right click. The strong burst. You have your special ability, which is your ultimate is a punch ability. You basically just charge forward and just knock everybody around, and it stuns everybody you pass through. So it's not just a knockback, it stuns everyone. Transform, this is kind of interesting. So basically this quick little movement, you can fly around, just get some elevation, and then hover. Big open maps like this, you can just kind of, just more maneuverability. And then Napalm Grenade, this is extremely strong because you get this every 10 seconds, and it is a good area clear. Like we're talking about my hero with the grenade launcher. This is kind of functions the same way in like terms of area clear, but you're also be able to focus like people down with your gun. So Asshimar to me is like that area clear kind of character. So I'm gonna place Asshimar around the B tier because I think that Asshimar is strong, but I think my hero outperforms, or as well as the Dom Trooper, in terms of area clear. And Asshimar is its maneuverability is a lot better, but in terms of just raw output damage, I feel like does fall at the wayside just a tad. And then you have the sniper, which one shot headshot on most units. Visor, which basically all bots everybody through the wall, so really easy to line up a shot for this. My favorite character is Barbados currently. Jump booster, put a pound on the ground and lets you get up to high areas, or if someone's near you, put it on the ground and you can just jump out of a fight. Vulcan pod, just little SMG that shoots out. It does a decent little damage, but you're not gonna be able to kill somebody with this, and it comes back every 10 seconds. A recovery gun, which this is actually really nice. When you see someone down, you can actually revive them long range. So this is actually kind of nice. Makes you a little bit more supportive. So the sniper, in my eyes, is easily an S tier. If you get a sniper into a good position and someone on your team is actually good at sniping, this is going to be extremely strong character because you're able to basically wipe an entire team. So I definitely think that is an S tier. We have Methuss. Think Mercy from Overwatch, but can actually fight. Those guns do a ton of damage, which is actually kind of crazy that they do that much damage. Repair cable, basically they take damage. You have a cable on them, you don't have to look at them. I don't know why it's showing it that way, but you don't have to physically stare at somebody. As long as your cable's on them, they're healing, and as long as you have line of sight on them, the cable works. If they break line of sight, then your cable will go away. Here's your ultimate. Energy cable, basically someone's takes, I mean, they do more damage, they take less damage, and they're also healed. So transform, you fly into a ship. So how it's different from Asshimar, it is a lot faster, so you can move a little bit quicker, but it doesn't last as long. So, and it doesn't break the repair cable. So basically what I've seen people using, like my brother Bill Sky playing this guy, because this is his main character, what he does with this ability, you'll stay repairing somebody and you'll fly straight up in the air, and then you'll hover using your dash bar for as long as you can. You just stay out of range from everybody else, so you just makes you more maneuverable. Active skill, twin shot, basically you shoot forward and does a little bit of AoE damage. And then the turret, which is kind of great because pop turret down, you don't have to do anything with it, and it'll just shoot it on its own, and it does decent damage. And I mean, if you shoot with it, then it does great. Methuss is easily an A tier character in my eyes. Could be an S tier because it is one of the actual official healers of the game. This is tough. I'm going to put Methuss as an S tier for now, because of it is the official healer of the game, and you can place that repair cable, which is good to mention, on somebody that is down, and it will revive them without you having to go up and actually pick them up. So extremely good healer. No, I think S tier is fine. And then you have the official tank of the game. Think Reinhardt, and you're all kind of there. So your gun is a shotgun, which does actually, I mean, it's not giving it justice, but up close does actually crazy damage. So if you get close to somebody, it does crazy damage. When you ADS, you have your shield up. It has 1600 health. So the official tank of the game. Funnels, it's the ult. You have rockets that go out and just go crazy. Homing boost, so you basically, you can fly to a teammate, or you can fly to your axe. So you can throw it up in the sky and then, you know, charge at it. So to get that initial dive bomb into a site or diving an enemy team, here's the axe throw. It damages and stuns enemies. So if it hits them, it stuns them, and the axe gets stuck in that person, so you can charge an enemy. I wonder if the charge actually does damage. Oh, it does. So you actually do damage when you hit. Okay, no, but if it's in an enemy, it won't actually hurt them. You'll stop right before them. That's good to know. And then here is enemy search. So it's the active skill. You use it, and you basically spot them, and you guys can see them through walls for a little bit. Good for the tank to do because he's always on the front line. So makes it easier for snipers or other DPS characters to find people to flank them or deal with them quickly. Don't even think about it. Definitely S tier. It is the main tank of the game. Very strong up close. Solos almost everybody up close. So extremely strong. Don't really need to think about that one. Barbados, my personal favorite. You have a mace. You swing it. They take damage. You have to be real close though. You have the charge attack, which is with right click, which knocks them down and stuns them. It's extremely strong, does a ton of damage, and one extra swing and you're killing someone. Here's the ult, which is basically a sword slash like Genji from Overwatch. I mean, twice, 3 times, it's hit everybody around you, so it's extremely strong. Use this in a crowd, you're killing a lot of people. You the boost jump, boom, and if as an added bonus, if you kill somebody, you get your boost jump back instantly, even though the boost jump only has about a 6-second cooldown. So let's say you jump in to kill someone, you can charge your attack while jumping, by the way. So you charge your attack, jump towards them, and smack them, and if they then finish them off, and then you can jump away. And here's longsword. So you drive your sword downwards, and when you hit them, they get stunned. So you hit them with this, and then just do another swing. So basically, rickrolls people up close. So snipers, anyone that like is squishy needs to stay away from Barbados. Barbados can run around and has a lot of maneuverability. So I think Barbados, it definitely sits in the S tier from what I've seen, at least, because he can just put the fear of God in everybody when he is actually close in the melee range. His only weakness is that he is melee, so you have to be, it has to be the right map, the right situation, and he is really strong. But otherwise, like longer range maps, like he does tend to float downwards. All right, you have Zaku II range. It's kind of, it says range, but it's not really range. It's a machine gun that does a lot of damage up close, but you got to be real close. So this is a dash. So it's an ult. So it's a dash with an axe. You stun people. You can finish them off. The ult. Smoke discharger. So you take a bunch of damage. Use the smoke. They can see you very clearly, but you're invincible during that duration. But you can't obviously shoot during this. And you have the cocker grenade. Deals damage, knocks them back, and stuns units. So basically mixes it up and just throw it at them, and then just keep shooting. The gun is great, but definitely functions more like a close range character. Zaku, I think, sits at the B tier because you got to get real close, and you don't have as much like you have decent maneuverability, but not much finish off power, and the maneuverability isn't super great like Axia or Barbados. Like, you have 3 dash, but that's your only maneuver. I mean, use the smoke to kind of run away a bit, but I just don't see this being as like assassin heavy as the other ops that we've listed. Like, I see a lot of other better picks. Like Loki might be able to be A tier or C tier, but I'm gonna place it at B tier because I just feel like that he sits safely there. And we have Gundam RX-78. I wish they used a different name for this, but it is what it is. Mid-range. So beam rifle, boom. Right click, more accurate, decent damage. Pretty decent damage, honestly. Like, the damage is not bad. Here's the ult, super napalm. You throw a big old grenade. Hey, TM, what's up, baby? With the prime stuff. How are we doing tonight? Let's go. Napalm grenade. You throw it onto a site. I mean, look at that radius. Like, they physically have to run. And the bad thing about that grenade is that they do see these red indicators saying, "Hey, look out." So here's another shield ability. You have a 1000 health shield, but you cannot shoot during this. But it allows you to dash and hover, so you can use this while kind of getting out. So not bad. And you have the hyper hammer, which you hit them with the hammer. If they have a shield up, it takes their shield off. Boom. That first swing, I think, takes the shield off. All right, so Gundam, I definitely think sits at the C tier. It isn't the worst op in the game, but it's not great. It doesn't do anything good. Think Red Mage of Final Fantasy. Nothing that they do is exceptional, but nothing is incredibly bad. What I like about this game so far is everything seems fairly balanced. It's like everything, like I have mostly in the A, S, and B tier. Nothing really stands apart as way better. Everything's pretty balanced. Pale Rider. I'll just do this real quick because you guys are gonna see why. Definitely S tier. Pale Rider. I think Soldier 76 from Overwatch. Yeah. So you have a machine gun and you shoot them and you kill them very quickly with this gun. So your special ability, you shoot a lot faster and reload very quickly. And I think it also does more damage. So everything about your gun is just way better. EP grenade slows enemies. So let's slows them by a bit so they can't run away as easily. Or if they're chasing you, throw it at the ground so you can get away. Hand grenade, basically, I mean, you throw a grenade at them, boom, damage. Just more damage. And then you have a repair pod. You throw a heal on the ground and you heal everybody in that circle. That's why I said think Soldier 76. Very similar. So very good op, can heal, and is one of the main DPSs of the games, and you can heal yourself. So Pale Rider definitely sits at the S tier. Here's the list, guys. If you guys have any questions, concerns, who do you think we want to play, who you think should be upper or lower on this list, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, here's the list. So Gundam to me has been pretty fun. I definitely have been liking it, so make sure to drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe for more. Peace out, guys.